In 1976, a 9-year-old boy, accompanied by his father, was out to buy his first bicycle. There, it stood in the corner, a BSA resplendent in maroon beckoning him as he was all set to spread his wings and fly. His eyes gleamed as he was only too eager to escape from the clutches of his sister's hand-me-down bicycle. That child, as you can see now, is slightly overgrown, but his love for the bicycle remains unchanged. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, please join me on my ride on the bicycle. I started cycling inside the building and grew a little bolder and went round the block. It took me 2 years to convince my parents to permit me to take the cycle to school. The distances increased gradually, but the farthest I got was to Siddhivinayak temple, which was 6.5 kilometers away. That cycle was an inseparable part of my life for 7 years when someone stole it from Dadar. I was heartbroken and cried my way to a police station. Alas, it was never found. At the end of the academic year, I begged my parents to get me another bicycle and ended up buying the same maroon BSA. This cycle remained with me till my second year of engineering, when 2 more wheels got added as I began driving. Driving a car is indeed very different from riding a bicycle. I buried my love for the 2 wheels somewhere deep down in my heart for 27 years. Finally, on March 29th, 2013, after a lot of deliberation, I bought my blue Hercules. Like the boy in 1976, started cycling the very next morning. Mom being mom, like then, continues to warn me even today about the traffic. What started off as an exercise soon became a passion as I rekindled an old flame. I got hooked to an application, Map My Ride, on the phone, which calculated the distance and the average time taken. Most importantly, it posted the stats on Twitter and Facebook, so I could brag about it to all my friends and family. It also made me accountable, as friends would question me if they didn't see those posts. After riding all by myself for a year, I decided to join a group. I always thought that people who rode in groups were fast riders and I would never be able to make up to them. But this group was going to see the flamingos at the mud flats in Sivri, which is right in my backyard. This ride was transformational. I made so many new friends, learned so many things. Most importantly, I learned that the cause of my slow speed was that for an entire year, I was riding the bicycle in the wrong gear. Social media helped me pursue my passion for cycling. And now, it was the turn for the cyclist in me to give back to society. On the 25th of May 2014, for the first time, I rode for a cause. About 50 cyclists from across Mumbai donned maroon t-shirts as we all rode together to highlight the cause of people afflicted by multiple sclerosis. Eager patients traveled with us in the car, in cabs alongside, kept encouraging us and waving at us. One of the patients was so enthusiastic that he even let his teenage son cycle with us all the way to Haji Ali. This ride culminated at Wadala with 2 senior neurologists explaining to us about the disorder. It was on this day that I decided, come April 2015, on World Parkinson's Day, I would organize a ride to highlight the cause of people afflicted by Parkinson's, including my father. Now that I have told you all about my cycling excursions. Let me also tell you about my favorite, food. I enjoyed the local delicacies everywhere, including the fresh Karela juice at Yeur Hills, the delectable mushroom and cheese omelette at Cafe Mondegar, and the freshly baked mawa cakes at B. Merwan's in Grant Road. Along with the food, I got to see some unique sights like the interiors of Afghan church at Kolaba, the greenery of RML colony, and the steep slopes of Yeur Hills. In conclusion, friends, don't let your childhood passion be buried somewhere in your heart. Take the first step. Get up, get out, go rent a simple bicycle from the neighborhood shop. Join a group if you can, but keep in mind that you are riding for fun, not for a race. Invest in a good helmet to protect your head and a decent pair of gloves to avoid blisters. Pedal for a cause and you will be pedaling for life. Over to you, Congress Chair.